Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Single Parents Hub Facebook Live. We here every week to share with you our knowledge and expertise, and we have many experts to come in and also to share their expertise and their advice. My name is Tarini Sawetnapanon. I am the founder of Single Parents Hub, a global community that supports single parents and their children so that they can live a life full of happiness, great health, and plenty of wealth. And today, I'm so pleased to let you know that we have an amazing expert, and she is a career and also a business coach, and her name is Victoria Fellows, and she's going to come and share with us how we can gain a better life balance, work-life balance, and yet we still can move our career forward as the parents and also as a single parents. So I'm very intrigued to know what's her expertise on this. Please bear with me. I'll bring my expert in.
Hi.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well indeed, Tarini. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Single Parents Hub.
Thank you. I'm here in Waterstones in Piccadilly. So I think
Excellent.
like any working person, you find an office wherever you can.
Yes, we have to be very resourceful and very flexible.
Absolutely.
So Victoria,
Yes.
I introduced you as the business and also as a career coach.
Okay.
And you know, we always have a plenty hat. We always chop and change, and also as a mother yourself. Would you mind introduce yourself a little bit to our viewer, please?
Of course, absolutely. So I am a business owner. I am also a career expert. On top of that, I'm also a mother of two small children. I've also juggled many hats in terms of I'm
Oh,
involved with the
yes.
school, involved with building businesses. So when you combine being an employee in your own company, also
Yes.
being a mother, and therefore in essence, sort of guiding the younger ones through their lives, and being
Yes.
heavily involved in the school, there's a lot to juggle. Yes.
Oh my God, that sounds
Yeah.
so familiar.
Yeah.
And good afternoon, Charles, Kim, and also Jerry. And Charles, very sweet of you, is your husband. So
Yes,
it's
he is.
very sweet of him that, come and give you a support. So
Yeah. Oh,
welcome to Single Parents Hub, everyone. So I like to go straight to the question because I'm
Sure.
so curious to know that is there such a thing as a work-life balance? And
Yeah.
yet you mentioned better work-life balance,
Yeah.
especially as a parent or even as a single parent. Wow, that is sound like something is really impossible to achieve. So my
Uh,
first question I
yes.
like to asking you is, how are you going to make sure that as a career woman, we still can have our strong and progressive career, and yet we still have time and be there for our children? That's quite difficult to juggle.
Yeah. It is. It's not easy. I'm not gonna say, but you know what? If something was easy, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
yes.
Value is placed on the work you put in. So just because something isn't easy does not mean it's impossible.
Yeah.
Everything is possible.
Yes.
Everything. So what I always say is that there are kind of three key things to bear in
Okay.
mind for you to be able to balance being a parent and also having a progressive career. Okay?
Yes.
First and foremost is have a proper structure in place at home that can help you with looking after your kids. So what I'm not talking about having a nanny or anything like
Yes.
that. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is something very simple.
Okay.
As if your children are finishing at 3:30 or 4 or 4:30. There are very few companies that are willing to let you finish early
Yeah,
on all
yeah.
of those times. Okay, so when I talk about a structure, does your child or children, do they have friends, really close best friends that,
Yes.
let's say 2 or 3, and you make an arrangement with their parents? Can my son, my daughter, my children, can they come home with you for an hour and a half?
Yes.
From that after school time to dinner time, and then you agree with your employer that you are leaving work at 5:30 or 6. And that will come on to my second point in a minute. But so you decide to leave work at 5:36, but there's
Yes.
someone who's keeping an eye on your kid, someone that A, you trust, and B, your kid likes.
Yes.
And you have a group of them. Have 2 or 3 of these individuals.
Yes. Yes. That's the
So
key
that
thing, that you need
it's
to have
key.
a
It's
few of them, not only
absolutely
one.
key.
Yes.
Not only one, because if one goes on holiday or someone's
Yes.
ill, you need to know that there's someone looking after your kid.
Yes.
And then you make it very clear that you want to obviously reciprocate. So you say, look, if you could look after my kids 3 days in the week, I will take your kids on Saturday morning
Yes.
for breakfast and lunch, and take them to football or something that.
That sounds great.
So you're giving them you're helping each other out, okay? Because the reason having that structure in place is that it allows you to be 100% focused at
Yes.
work. Because that's the difference between having a job and
Yes.
being able to have a successful career, is how
Yes.
focused you can be. When you're
Yes.
100% focused, your delivery shoots straight up, the quality of your output shoots straight up.
Yes.
You're much more collaborative. You're not as
Yes.
stressed because you're
Yes.
focused. So that's absolutely, have a great structure in place that you trust. If you don't have a group of 2 or 3 moms, ask the teacher. Is there after school clubs? But also, could a teacher walk
Yes.
your child home
Yes.
and open the door and sort of give them something to eat?
Yes.
I know that there are teachers who do that. We had someone who did that for us.
Yes.
And it made a big difference. The second thing is about quality
I want
and
to
quantity.
jump in a little bit,
Oh, sorry. Apologies,
Victoria,
yes.
because sometimes we never thought of, we should ask, like even the teacher, we never thought that, oh, really? Will they do that? But it's just a matter of you asking around, because if you don't ask around for help, nobody know what you need help with.
Yeah,
Like you
exactly.
said, a few teacher, a lot of them, especially PA, I find that they still need their pocket money and other things. So just a matter of asking, and I'm sure that there are other moms also that we share the same situation. They're just waiting for them, for someone to approach them.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, especially teaching assistants and other teachers, or nursery teachers as well, they are phenomenal, because they are, not only do they enjoy children, they enjoy looking after children, but they're also fully trained.
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
They don't have an emotional, they don't have necessarily an emotional bond tied to that child, so it's easier for them to look after multiple kids. So if you've got 2-3 kids, they are more comfortable looking after 2-3 kids than if you asked another mother or another father who maybe already has 2-3 other kids. So I always say, talk to the school.
Very good area.
Talk to the school.
Good idea. Yes.
Yeah. The second thing you can do to really make sure that you are boosting your career as well, and getting this balance, is through quality over quantity.
Okay.
Right? Your children remember how you are when you are with them. They don't necessarily remember how long you are with them.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's very true. So what I mean is, you could spend 3 hours, and this has happened to me. I could spend 3 hours with my daughters. And I am pulling my hair out. They're not listening. I'm getting stressed because I feel guilty. I'm not working and all sorts of stuff. And then I say, okay, I go and work for 3 hours somewhere else. But when I'm spending my 1 hour or 2 hours with them, I am 100% with them.
Yeah.
I am 100% focused. I turn my phone off. I give them all my attention.
Yes.
And they remember that I am there for them. So they remember quality over quantity. And actually, it works the same with work.
Yeah.
So remember earlier I said, make sure you finish work 5:36. So you say to your boss, I'm finishing work at 5:36.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have me 100% until 5:36.
Yes, excellent. And I
And
think
they
in a
respect
way,
that.
exactly, and in a way that you make your workplace respect your time as well, and it's make you more focused, isn't it? That I only
Yeah.
have the time until 5:30, so I
Yeah.
better be productive rather than,
Exactly.
do something that not
Yeah.
really necessary. And
Exactly.
I laugh to myself because I'm very guilty of all these social medias and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes my kid sit next to me and he said, "Okay, read me a book then." He said,
Yeah.
"No, mommy, why? Because you never listen."
Yeah.
I
Yeah. We
listen.
had
What
the
do you
same.
mean? Exactly. And then he said, within 2 seconds, you check your Facebook, you this. He said, "No, I did not." And then he
Yeah.
said, "Here we go, you do that again." So
Yeah.
we really need to be conscious that they are
Yeah.
watching us all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And that is so true. And actually, it's so funny you mentioned that, because we had something very similar with our elder daughter. So she's 5. And she saw me doing a video that I was putting up
Yes.
on Facebook. She saw me doing one of my speeches. And then about a week later, she said, "Mommy, can I borrow your phone? I want to do a video." And I said, "No, no, no, it's my phone."
Yes.
And she took it. And she took my phone. And she went and did a video. And she pretty much redid my interview that she had heard.
Wow.
And it made me realize how important it is. Again, quality over quantity.
Yes.
So I explained to them, Mommy's now doing a video for her work. And they are learning, they're
Yes.
understanding that, children, they learn from us from every angle, basically.
Yes.
Basically.
Without we aware of it or not, they like a sponge. Like that's what they say. They like a sponge. They absorb everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be my guidance. Actually, the third one is
Okay.
time management. I just want to share
Yes,
that.
that's the big one. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, whilst it's important that you are strict with your time and what you deliver and work, also be flexible. So you can always say to a colleague, "We can have a conference call at 8:30 at night
Okay.
when your kids are in bed." We do that. And it means you then get that quality time between 4 and 7, or
Yes.
4:30 and 8
Yes.
when you're with your kid.
Yes.
And then when they go to bed, you say, "Okay, mommy's not going to work or daddy's not going to work. I have a conference call." And they get it.
That's excellent. I think is the key thing is what you say, time management, and you add on into be flexible, which is quite interesting new concept, because we thought that okay, 9 to 5 we have to fit in the most we can at 9 to 5, but you said most of people having a children is not unusual. Most of people having a children anyway, so if you can accommodate them and be more flexible, and also be more flexible and accommodate yourself and your children, that's a win-win situation.
Yeah. And that's how you get balance. It's hard work, but you get balance. That's key.
Excellent.
So,
just want to quick say hello to Emma and Nina. Do you guys having any question that you'd like to ask Victoria? So please welcome to post and I'll ask her while she's here. Second question.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I like to ask you, and when I think of this question, it's quite news for me. How can you negotiate for a promotion? I never thought of that. I working for the company for 8 years before I jumped ship and become my own boss. Before I just try to work my hardest and kill yourself, and you just hope and pray that one day my boss will spot my talents and my devotion, and hallelujah, he will ask me to have a better position. So I never heard of you can actually negotiate for the promotion. Wow, tell me more.
Yeah, you can. And I can tell you, as a parent, we have a head start, because our children are the best and most persistent negotiators in the world. So you can negotiate with your kids, you can negotiate with anybody in the world.
Wow. Yes.
So yes, you can negotiate, and this is key for having a progressive career. So I would. There are some fantastic tools to
Okay.
get out there. What I would, first thing I would absolutely highly suggest is get your mindset right.
Yes.
So when I talk about this, what I mean is when you are negotiating or about to negotiate your promotion, remember that on this particular case,
Yes.
you and your boss are at equal levels.
Okay.
Okay?
You're
So
not
yes,
begging. Yes. You're
you
not
never
ask for the
beg.
mercy. Yes.
You never beg. You are you, but you have to have the mindset.
Okay.
I'm a human being. They are a human being. We are equal in this discussion. We are having a discussion.
Yes.
First and foremost. Second of all, quantify everything you have achieved since the last appraisal.
Okay.
So if it's your first appraisal, take your job description and mark down next to it all what you have accomplished against each bullet point.
Yes.
Let's say you had to bring in 10 new clients.
Okay.
Well, you brought in 15. Okay, well, you've just hit that target 150%.
Yeah.
You had to renegotiate 10 contracts and you managed to negotiate 3 of them. Okay, well, then that's a 30%.
Okay.
But you still, so there's an area of development you've already identified. Okay, so you know where your strengths are and where you need to develop when you quantify your appraisal. So
Okay.
And then the second thing I would say is call a recruiter or call a career coach. Know your market value.
Okay.
Know what you're worth before you even go into that meeting. And then when you go in, you literally...
Wow, your boss won't know what hit him, isn't it?
No, but actually, if you think about it, you go in equal, right? It doesn't mean that you go in and throw all this information at them.
Yeah.
No, you go in equal.
Yes.
And you say what you want, right? And let's say your boss goes, sure. You go, great, yes. More than likely, they will resist. And that's fine. So you have 4 levels, 4 levels of resistance. The first is, if they say, sounds great, you want a promotion, but why do you think you deserve a promotion? You say, well, these are my stats. I have delivered 10 out of the 20 things on that list. But of those 10, I have hit 150%.
Wow.
Here are 3 areas I already know I can develop. And when I get a promotion, I will feel value. I'm going to be more encouraged to push for those abilities. So first, that's your first level. If they then still resist and say, we have no budget, it happens.
Okay.
You say,
That's
okay.
quite a common rejection,
It's common.
actually.
It's really common. It's like, we have no budget. You say, okay, well, why don't we split the promotion? So let's say I'm a manager and I like to go to senior manager. And let's say at a manager we're earning 50 and senior manager is earning 57. Right? Let's say this is the difference. This is an example. So you can say, all right, well, how about we can promote me by title? So I go from manager to senior manager, because when we go out and speak to clients, they are going to feel much more comfortable because they've got the senior person coming from exactly what you're saying, Tarini. We give more credibility to the client. And we create some stretch targets. And then in 6 months' time, my salary goes from 50 to 54.
Okay.
And then 6 months later, so a year from now, we are then able, depending on my success rate, and you know, I hit my targets, we agree that my salary in a year's time will go to 57. So I go to senior manager now, but my salary will go up to 57. So use time to your advantage.
Wow, you sound very in control.
So this
I
is
think
how
your
you
boss
do
is
it.
like, oh, how I get out of it? Because like you said, if you have everything, you know, construct in a proper way, there's no other way that they're going to say no, because even they say no, they need to have a reason to say no, because if not, how? And then you, like you said, the mindset is very big thing, because a lot of people think, well, once you become a boss, you must know more than me. You must have more power than me. But actually, you provide them.
Sorry, there we are. Sorry, I lost there. I'm here.
And give them a better, you know, benefit and perform better for their company. So, you know, there's no brainer.
Yeah.
That's
It is, and
no-brainer.
you know, but I can say even when you have those stats, I have known bosses to still be resistant, and that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay because what you're doing is you're having the conversation.
Yes. Yes.
And the one thing that you will always walk out with is you will walk out with them having more respect and value for you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is key. But what I have even had the situation. I used this particular situation. I was asking for a promotion, and I just
Yeah.
got resistance. And I just simply said, "Okay, I would love to know how can we make this work?"
Okay.
And just went quiet. How can we make this work? I've given you the stats. We know what my value is.
Yes.
I'm a key employee of yours. And you know, in an economy like this, you've got to keep your top talent.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how can we get this to work? I
And
want your input.
And what was the answer?
And they said, okay, you know what? Let's do. They went back, and we agreed a split. So we said,
Excellent.
okay, you can do
Excellent.
this because you're negotiating.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, the skills you learn when you negotiate for promotion, it's
Wow.
exactly the same when you go to a client.
Yes. Yes.
When you're going for a proposal, if you're a business owner, trying to get a
Wow,
new client,
that's very
same
good.
technique.
And we have Emma here. She make a comment. She said, "Victoria, I wish I know you and met you before. You know, when she was still employee. But then again, like you said, it's the negotiation skill. It doesn't stop even with, you know, we are employee or we not. Like everything is. I can relate to that. Like when children want to have a sweet." Right? Before their dinner or whatever thing, they want more snack, they want more crisp. How do you negotiate that? You know, have your dinner first and then you can have that. Let's have fruit first. If you still have room, then you can have your little treat after.
Exactly.
It's just about having a conversation and negotiation.
Exactly.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And now that you know it, you will see that people will start negotiating with you.
Yeah. And also, sometimes maybe the boss have their own mindset block. Sometimes people cannot think for the bigger picture for their own organization. They more on into their own personal ego or whatever journey that they've been through. It doesn't mean that you can use this negotiation or whatever proposal that you already planned to approach a better and a bigger company. Here we go.
It's so true.
Then you progress, you know, even faster.
Yeah. And you've probably also taught your boss how to have a growth mindset.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. The next one, I want to come back to the children now.
Okay. Sure. What's up?
When is the right time, or how do we support the children in terms of career advice? When should we start? When should we start? Should we wait until they left school or left the university? When should we start to build up their mindset? Because it's not like, coming out from university and what are we doing now?
Yeah. And it's a very, very important part of our society is our children and their first steps in the professional world. I would, my guide point is start the conversations when they are around 16.
16, okay.
I would say 16 because they're going to start doing their work placements, you know, for 1 week here, 1 week there. They're going to start getting curious about what's going on in the world. 16 is also when they start doing, for the most children, is when they start doing their first big national exams.
Okay.
Right? And the subjects they choose is what determines the career that they take. So I say at 16. Now, that doesn't mean that if your child's 21 that you've lost out. No, you start as soon as you can. But the earliest, the mind of a 16-year-old is when they start converting from school focus to life focus.
Okay.
Yeah. But if they're 17, 18, 20, 21, 25, 27, anytime you start is absolutely fine. In the first place, the first thing you do is tell them what your job is like.
Okay.
Tell them what you
So they
enjoy about your
become
job.
they know realistically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got to know. They've got
Not
to know
everyone come
reality.
in and then high five and then jumping
Yeah,
up and down, go party after
yeah,
work. Yeah.
exactly. It's so key that they know the good stuff, but they also know you're the bad stuff.
Yeah.
They know what you like about your job and what you don't like about your job. Because that teaches children that if they're having a bad day, it's okay. It's part of the job.
Yes.
And it also starts teaching them to think long term rather than immediate gratification, which is
Yes.
so important in today's world when a lot of children get things as soon as it's released. To understand a career,
Yes.
you don't become the MD in
Yes.
24 hours.
Yes.
You've got to build for it, and it's you've got to build all the way through.
Yes.
So be open about your job and also be open about their career choices. Because the choices we had in our life when we started out was different to what they have now.
Oh my God, how many projects have you been changing?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. If you
Yes.
think about it now, when we, you know, okay, so this is about sort of giving a bit away my age here, but let's say I've been working for about 20 odd years. I
Okay.
remember 20 years ago, yes, you worked on a computer and everything else, but we didn't communicate through social media. Whereas now in the work environment, having knowledge of how to use social media for your business is key, is absolutely key. So 20 years ago, I would have said social media was a hobby. Now it's a career.
Yes.
I don't know anything about that as a career. Well, I do now as a career expert, I do, but as a mother, I don't. What career path? So I go out and explore. And it's also understanding young adults really is what we're talking about here. Young adults, they want different things than what we did 20 years ago.
Yes.
They are more about balance, value.
And their new generation is the millennial now.
So
it's very different
open,
concept.
Yeah, they've got to be open. So you need to be open about what they think a career path is, but you also be open about your career path, and ask them when they talk about their future career, how do they think it's going to work out? What path do they see? And how will that career give them balance? And how will that career give them money? In an open conversation, you're not challenging them. You're just asking, okay, great, you want to work, let's say you want to be a footballer. Great. You've got the skills. You're playing at national level.
Yes, a lot of
Great.
boys always thought of that.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, great. So why do you want to be a footballer? Oh, because it has lots of glamour and I get paid lots of money. Okay, well, most footballers retire in loose terms, kind of mid-30s up, right?
Yes.
They either retire because their bodies are too old or they've had an injury. So what are they going to do for the next 70 years?
Okay.
Oh, I haven't thought about that. Well, why don't you train as a physiotherapist? Start with a day course when you're 17, learning about sports massage. And then you build it alongside your sports career.
Yeah, always.
Then when you retire, you have a second career.
Yeah,
This is your contingency plan. And then I would suggest get them in front of a career expert, a career coach. A career coach or career expert that's worth their salt will be able to guide your child. And get them also talking to the career advice at school. And if the career advice isn't delivering, then ask them to. Ask them to organize an evening where the parents come and talk about their jobs. So kids can learn.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
That's my advice. Yeah. If the school won't do it, get together as a bunch of parents and do it yourself. Do it yourself as a group of parents.
That's interesting idea. And yes, and also I want to thank you that you coming to speak at our next events on the 15th of December. And you're going to touch base on that. So I like to include in that topic as well. So, other parents can ask you more about this because even today I have a lot of new idea that, we need to really prepare our children, and be open for ourselves and also for them as well. So as the career coach, like what you mentioned just now, what can you do for parents or for our single parents hub member?
Well, I mean, I usually do career coaching sessions, and they tend to last 3 hours. Now, what I can do with what I would do with the young adults is say, okay, we could, I'm planning to be running a workshop
Okay.
in January where we'd get a group of the young adults together, and where I will do individual coaching, but also it would be shared in the group, because very often they will have common ideas or common
Yes,
concerns.
yes.
They're anxious, they're overwhelmed, they don't know how to choose a job, they don't know how to convert their degree or their subjects at school into a career. So I want to really run these workshops.
Yeah.
Now, what I'd like to do with the Single Parents Hub, for those parents who are keen to be involved,
Yes.
to get in touch with you and say they'd like
Okay.
to come, and then I'm going to do a special discount if they mention Single
Thank
Parents
you
Hub
very much. Thank
via
you.
you. And as soon as we have the details of that workshop, I'm going to share it straight. You're going to be the first person. I'm going to share it with
Excellent.
Sarani,
Thank you very
with
much.
the
Thank
special
you.
discount for them.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I'm so
That's okay.
grateful on behalf of single parents, because the more help and support is the better. So any
But,
last
Yeah.
word for single parents?
Three key words.
Okay.
You've got this.
Excellent.
You've got this. Because single parents isn't just about, you can be a single parent, 100% single parent. You could be in the process of becoming a single parent. You may have planned to become a single parent. It may have happened unexpectedly. You may be married, but your partner is working 5 days out of 7 in a completely different country. So in essence, you are a working parent.
Yes.
So the thing is, when I say you've got this, what I mean is step up to the plate. You are the role model of your children.
Yes.
And trust me, you can negotiate with your kids. You can negotiate with the world.
Thank
That's
you
what I
very
would
much.
say.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, gosh. It's really give us more confidence and believing in ourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you
got
very
it.
much thank you
All
very
right.
much, Victoria, for joining us, and we're looking forward to see you on the 15th, and also as soon as you have more detail
Absolutely.
on the workshop, we
Yeah.
love to come on board and share with us.
We will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have all the details by the end of this week.
Excellent. And Victoria Fellows,
Yes.
your details also on our expert page on singleparentshub.com. So please feel free to check out, and then she got all her detail and website and all the courses. Everything is there for you.
I look forward to hearing from you guys. And
thank you very much.
If nothing else, smile. It's the best 5-letter word you can do for your life today. Smile.
Smile and keep on smiling.
The world will smile back.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Take care.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.